Good evening, guys. Pond here with another video for Rise of Empires Ice and Fire. First off, I'd like to say a massive thank you to everyone. I have reached 1,000 subscribers today, currently on 1,022 I think. Unbelievable. Thank you so much to all of you that have subscribed. To think that I've got here so quickly, after a couple of months of doing the channel, it's really humbling that I've been able to get this far. So thank you all so much for all your support and subscriptions. It is really, really appreciated. I'm glad I'm putting out content that you're all wanting to watch, and the channel's growing. So I really appreciate that, guys. Thank you again. For those of you that are watching this video that haven't already, please do subscribe, ring that bell, share my channel in your Alliance Chat, Providence Chat, in Discord, Line, and anything else that you use to communicate in the game. I'd really appreciate it. So, what are we going to talk about today? Well, first off, again, obviously we had this elite research come into our accounts last night, or some of us did. Now some people are saying that it's gone again. In this, it is gone. But on my phone, on iOS, it's still there. So I don't know what's going on with that. I think probably the developers have done an update and they've just kind of put the finalized code into the game maybe. And someone's made a mistake so that we could view it, and now I know there was server maintenance this morning and they've got rid of it again. So I guess, it's in there ready to go when they release it. Who knows? They keep saying on their Facebook channel about there is something coming soon, so maybe it's going to be about that. I know there's loads of theories about the war badges at the moment, guys, as well. I think there will be a lot of mechanics that are similar to what happens in Last Shelter Survival, but again, this is a different game. I know most of our game is kind of based on the mechanics of that game. We're just going to have to wait and see. I know a lot of people are saying about that you would only be able to have it for a certain amount of time, and then you've got to start again potentially. But I mean, when you're talking about, like in LSS, you're talking about nearly $2,000 at least to max all of those kind of max those troops, all the research in the sections that they've got in their game. And when you think again with the troop training in LSS, it takes basically 10 days to train just under 10,000 troops. So you do the math, you're talking about 300 days to train one legion, and people are saying that we would lose that after 180 days. I'm not so sure about that, to be honest. But look, I'm not a prophet. I don't know what's going to happen when it comes out. I'm going to have to wait like you guys. I don't have a hotline to the developers who tell me any secrets. I just know from what I can see and what I kind of disseminate from what I watch on the videos from LSS. So, as I say, please don't take anything that I'm saying as gospel. I'm not. But by no way do I 100% know what's going on, all right? Just to say about last night's video as well, 1.3k of views in under 24 hours. Wow. Again, absolutely smashed my viewing record for the first 24 hours. Thank you so much to everyone for your views. It's unbelievable. So yeah, I really, really appreciate it, guys. Thank you so much. What else has been happening today? Well, let's have a look. I've actually moved my main to IMM, the Immortals. So they are an elite alliance based out of State 47. They won Eden last season for the map that we were on. They got the highest rewards. They took the Ancient Temple. And I'm very fortunate and lucky that the leaders, Boss Grazia and the R4s there, have accepted me and allowed me to play a season with them in Eden. So I'm really excited for the coming couple of months. I know it's pretty intense. They're a very well-organised alliance, extremely good habits, and I'm really going to look forward to playing with them and seeing how they work. Now, obviously, when I was in Undisputed, I was disclosing a bit more in terms of what we were doing that week and the tactics and everything. I won't be doing that while playing with the Immortals. I have to respect that they are, a different alliance, and I'm just a guest with them. So I will kind of give you updates on maybe new gameplay features, mechanics that we're doing. So like if we get the chance to take the ancient temple, last season I didn't have that opportunity with Undisputed, so like I might video that. So I will try and bring some interesting content for you guys, while also kind of respecting the privacy of IMM as well. So fun, exciting times ahead for the next couple of months. It's going to be a hard grind. But if you want to be elite, you've got to put the effort in. So I'm really looking forward to that, guys. What else has happened? Well, so much going on at the moment. So in terms of Eden, in events today, starting soon, Reign of Chaos, Season X Rising. So for those of us in 41 to 56, and I'm guessing also in states 1 to 40 as well, we've got Eden starting again next week. Countdown's on, 4 days, 4 hours to go. And interestingly, for those of you that are in younger states as well, I've had people on Discord showing me that they have an X Rising, an S4 X Rising for their states. And I know that states 57, I think all the way into 88, was it, or 90s, have kind of all merged together into one big group. And it looks like, guys, that you could be doing Eden instead of the standard S4 as well. So we've got a lot of stuff going on in the next 8 days. It's going to be a really interesting time. The developers are obviously starting to change the structure of how the game is working as more players come on board. There's going to be a lot to cover. Keeping us YouTubers like me, Mr. Gill, Wee Little Man, and RK. We're going to be busy, I think, the next few weeks for sure. What else? Well, let's have a look at. So, as you can probably tell, this is kind of just a general chat video, but I do have a couple of things to talk about Heroes. Usually, something that's common in my videos. So, having a look in our hero options today. Now, again, weirdly, in this version on my laptop, on the emulator, we have Skander and Son of Ragnar, SX4 Heroes, that have been loaded onto this version of the game. On my phone, on iOS, that version has 4 SX4 Heroes. So as soon as this gets updated, I will show you the other two. Some people might know that these were supposed to be called Organic and Canoness. So Skander was previously, we were thinking that he was going to be called Canoness, but the developers have changed the names at the last minute, and Son of Ragnar was Organic. So let's have a look at Skander. Footman Hero, Support Hero. As it says, usually middle or back row. I can tell you now, based on the information that we have previously, that Skander should be almost certainly going on your middle rows, and if you put him on a middle row, he will work with multiple heroes. I'm going to talk about him a little bit more in detail in my usual season guides, hero guides down the line. I'm working my way through S3 at the moment, so we'll try and get to him as soon as possible. But let's have a quick look at his skills. Aurora of Restoration, effective range 2, combat skill, 50% chance to heal self and front row squad. Starts at 101.5% recovery rate, that's huge. If already in front row, double the heal. I'm not sure how you heal over 100% of the troops. Answers on a postcard. But, up to a maximum of 247%. So 50% chance. Oh, okay. I guess I know. If you imagine, it's only a 50% chance, right? So you're potentially looking at the recovery rate per turn, maybe. So maybe you could heal more than the amount of troops that have been damaged on that turn. That kind of if that makes sense, guys. I think that's what it means. And you've got 50% chance of this happening. So probably four times a battle. You put him on your front row. You're basically, you're not going to. How is the opponent going to damage enough troops to make that row collapse? It's not going to happen. So that's crazy. And the fact that it's his second skill as well. I'm not even going to bother with the leadership skills. We already know what they're going to be. And then combat skill again, range 3. So that's why you would really want him on your front or middle rows, definitely not on your back row. 70% chance to deal between 105.5 and 260% damage to the furthest enemy squad within range and suppress them for 1 turn. Now, why is that important? Well, potentially you do want to put him on your front row, because if you are suppressing the back row of if you're suppressing the back row of your opponent, that is the main killer hero. And again, this is there's a 70% chance of this happening in the battle, right? So this is probably possibly as much as 6 times in the battle this skill will activate, and not only are you doing damage to the back row, but you're suppressing them as well. So maybe that is, but is that going, it's enemy squad. If that includes the hero as well, which is what I'm assuming, then that is going to be a real big debuff skill. No wonder he's an SX4. And then the 8th skill, Daybreak. On turn 5, remove friendly front row debuffs when it takes damage. And then between 55% up to 100% chance to dodge and be immune to this damage, lasting 2 turns. So what this skill effectively does on turns 5, 6 and 7, if you've maxed it, if your troops get attacked, they're going to dodge that damage and not take any damage on the front row. Plus they won't have any debuffs. So that's, not only is he healing troops, but he's also stopping them from getting damaged in the first place. Basically, for most of the battle, you're going to have this activating. So he is as good a support hero as you're going to get, guys, really, looking at those kind of elements. And he's debuffing the key attackers in your opponent's squads. Or legion, sorry. So that's Skander, very interesting hero, son of Ragnar. Again, he is a support hero, he's cavalry, and again, he is going to want to go on your middle row, and you're going to want Army Breaker on front row, Avalanche on the back row. That is the elite combination at the moment. Once this guy comes out, that will be the meta cavalry troop legion, I can tell you right now. For those of you that have Immortal, remember guys, I said you can use Immortal to the end of the game. If you don't have Avalanche, you can put him in Army Breaker with Ragnar and then have Immortal on the back row. It's almost as good as having Avalanche, okay? I would like to say Ragnar is absolutely rocking the beard here. I mean, they've really gone overboard on the art for this one, hasn't he? And he's got a very, very intimidating shield. So loving the styling for him. Let's have a quick look at his 3 skills. Raging Fury Combat. Effective range 5, but only one random enemy squad. Okay, 40% chance to attack one random enemy squad within range 2 times, and so this is 2 separate attacks, each time dealing between 142 and up to 348% damage. Randomly target on every attack. So I would assume that is 2 separate squads that he's going to hit once, and 40% chance. Okay, not huge, but 348% damage is huge. Nearly 700% damage from this skill when it activates each time. So that's doing a lot. 5th skill, Exploit Weakness. Prep skills, range of 5. All friendly squads deal plus 25 up to plus 70% damage to silence, disarm, suppressed and confused enemy squads. So basically, any squads that have got some kind of debuff, mainly of these debuffs. And then enemy squads have 30% chance to extend 1 turn duration when silenced, disarmed, suppressed and confused. So I assume that means that their debuff extends 1 turn, right? And this is 70% chance. Oh no, all friendly squads, and this is guaranteed. This is a guaranteed prep skill as long as it doesn't get blocked. All friendly squads deal plus 70% damage. So, yeah, that's going to be a significant weakness for your opponent. Well, it's going to create significant weaknesses. And here we go. Last skill. It's not giving its name, but it's a prep skill, range 5. On first 3 turns. So again, a guaranteed skill. 2 random enemy squads within range. Damage minus between 12% and 30%. Again, I assume from the wording that means that this is a debuff and that their damage that they can give to you will decrease by 30%. And then this is a really interesting one. On turn 4, these squads become confused. What did we just read? We read that his 5th skill activates when their opponent legions are confused. So this skill will guarantee you that 2 random enemy squads are confused from turn 4. They'll attack and cast skills on random targets for 2 turns. So that's turns 4 and turn 5. So that this 8th skill guarantees, see, confused here. So that 8th skill guarantees that on the 4th and 5th turns, all of your friendly squads are going to do plus 70% damage to 2 of the enemy squads. And there is still a chance that this could extend by 1 turn. Right? So onto the 6th skill. And then obviously if that happened then, they'd still be confused. There's still another 30% chance for it to extend on the 7th skill and onto the 8th skill. That's how I'm reading these descriptions. So really, really good support heroes, both of these guys, definitely. It's going to be really interesting to see them in action for sure. Yeah. So a lot going on today, guys. Obviously, usually I like to do specific topics on my videos, but just so many different things going on today. I've just kind of done a various jumbled video for my first 1,000 subscriber video. So thank you guys to all you new subscribers. Usually I'm a bit more structured, but this was just a bit of a nuts day. So this is everything for the video, guys. Thank you so much for watching again, and for the subscriptions. I'm absolutely thrilled. It's fantastic, absolutely brilliant. Obviously with Eden starting next week as well. I can't remember if it's next week or the week after. I will be doing obviously another SX recruitment video, so I need to save up those tickets, don't I? I've got 133. Today is a warm-up week in Clash of Province, annoyingly. But I'll get another 10 tickets tomorrow, and then I will try and get as many tickets as I can for the rest of the week and into next week in our first week of Clash of Province. Hopefully I'll get enough to definitely get another 2 SX Heroes. As I've said before, I'm probably going to go for SX2 first, and then because I need duplicates for all 4 of those, so that's a guaranteed win for me. And then depending on who I get, say if I max an Avalanche or an Army Breaker, then I probably will start going for SX3, and I'll just collect fragments for the others in SX2 because I don't like to potentially waste recruitment. You already saw, like, I picked up a Living Saint in one of my videos when I already had a max, so it's just so frustrating when that happens. So yeah, lots to come, guys. It's going to be a very busy, exciting couple of months. Definitely going to keep the content coming for you guys, don't worry about that. And that's everything from me tonight. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you soon.